Ukraine continues to defend its independence, and there is some news for today. Before we begin, please don't forget to like this video, write some comments and subscribe this channel to show your support for the Ukrainian people. Russia has sent a new army to the front. In the mid of September, the Russian could for the first time deploy a part of the new 25th Combined Army, which are fighting on the front line west of Sievierodonetsk and Kreminna, along the border between Donetsk and Luhansk regions. The 25th Russian occupiers army is being deployed in parts to reinforce the overstretched front line, so a new Russian offensive is unlikely in the coming weeks. At the same time, the Russian occupiers are forming 12 assault groups. It is about 2,000 soldiers on the Liman-Kupiansk direction. They want to use them to try to break through the defense of Ukrainian defenders. Near Verbove, the Ukrainian Armed Forces pushed through the Russian paratroopers' defense. One of the airborne regiments retreated from its positions on the outskirts of the village. On the Bakhmut direction, the Ukrainian Armed Forces are successfully fighting for Kurdiumivka. Russian occupiers, which is stationed between Bakhmut and Soledar, suffered huge losses. At least 200 occupiers were wounded, and this is a night bombing raid of Code 9.2 unit on the Bakhmut direction in CNN story. During this raid, Ukrainian soldiers destroyed a Russian T-90 tank, several armored vehicles, and other Russian occupiers' equipment. The Ukrainian Vampire hexacopter, which is equipped with a thermal imager and can carry up to 15 kilograms of payload, was used for the drop. Ukrainian Defense Forces succeeded near Klishchiivka, Odradivka and Shumy on the Bakhmut direction over the last day. In the south of the Bakhmut direction, the Russian occupiers' front is collapsing. Opposite Andriivka, Ukrainian army are cutting an important road and attacking Odradivka. They are also trying to bypass Kurdiumivka to cut another road. The Ukrainian drones have been hunting the occupiers' equipment very well. Also, they were encouraging reports from the President of Ukraine and the military that there is some suspicious movement at the front and that there will be good news from the south of Ukraine and Donetsk direction. Military experts note that the Ukrainian Armed Forces have launched heavy equipment, tanks and artillery near Verbove to break through the Russians' defense line. It can be breakthrough of the Russian defense lines and access to the operational space at Tokmak. Reaching Tokmak will be a great success for the Ukrainian army and a demoralizing effect for the Russian occupiers. Institute for the Study of War notes that the Ukrainian Armed Forces appear to have made a breakthrough on Verbove line. Geolocation footage released on September 26 shows a Russian drone striking Ukrainian infantry in a trench west of Verbove. According to analysts, the fact of using UAVs by Russians indicates that Russian forces have been driven out of their trenches about 1 kilometer west of Verbove. An unnamed Russian military officer said that the Ukrainian army had already passed minefields and Dragon's Teeth anti-tank fortifications on the Verbove line, and that Ukrainian forces would have launched such attacks sooner or later. The hard work of the defense forces of Ukraine continues on the Tavrida direction. In total, the Russian occupiers attacked the Ukrainian positions at least 22 times over the past day, making 683 attacks and 16 airstrikes. The artillery units of the Ukrainian Defense Forces on the Tavrida direction carried out 1,085 firing missions over the last day. The Russian enemy losses amounted to 171 soldiers. The Ukrainian Armed Forces destroyed 44 units of Russian enemy military equipment, in particular 1 tank, 4 armored personnel carriers, 6 artillery systems and mortars, 1 MLRS, 2 ATGMs, 18 UAVs, 11 vehicles and 1 unit of special equipment were destroyed. At least 3 Russian enemy ammunition depots were also destroyed. This is all interesting news for today for you. Please do not stand aside, support Ukraine. Like this video, write some comments and subscribe our channel. Glory to Ukraine, glory to heroes.